Randall, he doesn't have, the prettiest swing, at least relative to, say, a McIlroy or an Adam Scott. But he has maybe the most important ingredient in golf, doesn't he?
He does, I think. Perseverance, tenacity, attitude. That's really what matters the most. You hear that from the first time you start playing Little League or playing football or playing tennis or playing whatever sport it is. That matters more. When I talk to kids at junior golf clinics and they'll say, what do you have to do to get on the tour? Well, everybody's talented. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to go through qualifying school. But it really is about perseverance. When you start to think about some of the most unbelievably talented players in history, Tommy Bolt, Weiskopf, Fred Couples, Davis Love, Sergio Garcia, Dustin Johnson. All right, so you pick those players. Between those players, that's 6 players. They have 4 major championships between them. I do believe that when you get so much for free, and all of those players, I think if they were here, they would agree that the game came pretty easy to them. Not saying they didn't work hard at it, but they might also agree that they probably didn't have the same sort of tenacity that Zach Johnson, that Jordan Spieth have. Things didn't come so easy for them. And I think the inner constitution that comes from having to work at the game so hard matters more.
Who else comes to mind when you think of players who have that tenacity, that good attitude?
Well, there's a lot of them.
Frank mentioned Bernard Langer.
Well,
that was good.
Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus. It is very rare that people come along with such obvious talents, with that sort of attitude. And when they do, then they win epically. But when you look at a Jordan Spieth who can't hit it 390 yards and hit 8-iron to par 5s, and nor can Zach Johnson, the game comes a little harder to them. So they're not going to rack up, or at least you wouldn't think it, but that's why we're so mesmerized by everything Jordan Spieth does, and in this case, mesmerized by what Zach Johnson has done at a golf course that has been so prejudiced to power. I looked a little while ago, Zach Johnson finished 60th in driving distance. He finished 40th in greens and regulation this week, but he finished first in the statistic that matters most.
Good wedge game, good putter, great attitude. He also has a great caddy on his bag by the name of Damon Green. Now, Damon used to caddy for Scott Hoke, and he said it was the toughest decision he ever had to make, to leave Scott Hoke and go to a rookie back in 2004 by the name of Zach Johnson. Turned out to be a great call for Damon Green, and he was emotional after this Open Championship win.
We knew we had to get off to a fast start, because if you don't get the first few holes, you're in trouble coming down the stretch. And he was just so calm today. It was really eerie. It was almost the exact same thing that happened at Augusta the last 9 holes. He was just so cool, calm, and collected. And I thought he'd be getting a little nervous. Usually when he gets nervous, he says, "Hey, D, put your hand on my heart." And I'll put my hand over and I'll feel it like that. Today, he was just so calm. I don't know what it was, but he was just in total control. I think maybe he's more special. It really is, because you never know if you're going to have another one, or the chance to win another one. And for him to pull it off, man, wow. I mean, it's like David beating Goliath. He's just my little bulldog. He gets on your pant leg and he won't give up till he gets some flesh. And, man, he just played awesome today. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, I once asked Damon Green, I said, "What's your man's best attribute?" He looked me square in the eye and he said, "That guy competes. He competes." And he did that, and he's lifting the claret jug.